We've got some Week 9 OFL football as the Kansas City Chiefs, sitting at a 5-2 record, head down to Gillette Stadium to take on the defending OFL Bowl champion New England Patriots. And it's been a rough start for the Patriots. They're 3-4, not playing as well as they'd like, but they are playing a Chiefs team that does have a few big injuries. J.J. Watt isn't playing. Quarterback Wes Lunt is still out. Kyle Lauletta is still the QB. So the Chiefs are definitely not at full strength, and this is New England's opportunity to capitalize. But will they? That's the question. As Joey BOSA on first down gets the sack. It was big game BOSA all day long. He dominated for New England, racking up 5 sacks in this one. Here is Travis Etienne for the Patriots. He would fumble it, and it's recovered by Ryan Kerrigan. And since the Patriots were so close to their own end zone, KC starts in the red zone with incredible field position. First down from the 17. The Chiefs have to capitalize as Kyle Lauletta scrambling like he's late on a date. He's going to fumble it. We got a dog pile, and it's the guard, Quentin Nelson, who picks it up and gets the touchdown. So, a weird set of plays we got, but it results in a Kansas City touchdown. The big offensive guard with the score. Nelson, the All-Pro, makes it 7-0. As here's Travis Etienne trying to avenge his fumble from the last drive, and he's going to get a nice run there. And Etienne played really, really well in this game. And the young rookie out of Clemson was easily this offense's best player. Speaking of Etienne, not too long later on 3rd and inches, is going to get a nice gain of 27, bringing it to the 9, and New England should be able to capitalize. 3rd and goal, there's Keenan Allen for the score, and just like that, we are all tied up at 7 apiece, as Allen, acquired in an offseason trade with the Ravens, is this team's 3rd best receiver, which says a lot because he's easily a top 10 receiver in the game. Chiefs got the ball. Here's Lauletta with a nice run. He doesn't fumble it this time, though, which is good news for Kansas City. And then now from the 14-yard line, the Chiefs in the red zone should be able to score. Here's Todd Gurley on the run. Can he get in? Not quite, but he does get to the 1, and the Chiefs are inches away from regaining the lead here. 2nd and goal. All they got to do is punch it in. Easy run or pass. That works too, as Lauletta will connect for the score. That's Tyler Eifert, the tight end. And just like that, KC is back in the driver's seat, 14-7. And they got the ball after a 3-and-out as Lauletta fumbles it. Joey BOSA with the sack. It is recovered by one of the Kansas City offensive linemen, but still, nice play for BOSA. New England would get it back unharmed and with good field position from the 43 as Jared Goff, the reigning MVP, he's going to get it over to Adam. He's feeling it. Adam Thielen for a gain of 20. Note, Thielen is the team's 2nd best receiver. You can't forget about Mike Evans. Oh, and they also have George Kittle at tight end, as Kittle with the touchdown here, and we are once again tied up at 14. I don't know how Jared Goff hasn't already thrown 100 touchdown passes with this offense. He has Derrick Henry at running back. Don't forget, as there's BOSA with his 3rd sack of the day, of a former Buckeye having a big one. BOSA was acquired in an offseason trade with the Niners in exchange for Michael Thomas. Yeah, this offense had him too. And then there's sack number 4 for Mr. BOSA. Still in the 2nd quarter, might I add. He is on pace to pass the NFL record, let alone the OFL record for sacks in a game, as there's a nice play bringing it to the 44. New England has the opportunity to put up some extra points before the end of the half, but they're not going to do it as Fletcher sucked that 3.5-inch Cox. Fletcher Cox with the play, and that would bring us to the second half. 14 apiece. Patriots fumble, and it's recovered by Kansas City. Zach Cunningham picks it up. Etienne with his 2nd fumble of the day. And just like that, the Chiefs would get the football back, as here's Todd Gurley from the 41, breaking a tackle. Gurley with a nice run for a gain of 22, and Kansas City is now in the red zone, 3rd and 7. Lauletta taking his sweet old time, and he's going down. There's Chris Jones going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. Yeah, Jones and BOSA on this pass rush. I don't know how this team is 3-4 right now. That just blows my mind still. as there is a nice little field goal for KC, Greg the Leg Zerline. And just like that, it is now 17-14. So the Chiefs are back up. What can New England do? 3rd and 1, ETN going backwards for a 3-and-out. Jimmy Ward with the tackle. Kansas City gets the ball back and to try to make it a 2-score game as on 2nd down. Lauletta trying to get a dart to the receiver, but instead, it's Byron Jones. You can't spell intercepted without the D. And the Patriots would get it back here at the 33. Goff under pressure, and he's sacked by the cornerback James Bradbury on 1st down for a loss of 10. Now a 3rd down and 13 here for the Pats from the 36. They're kind of in field goal range, but not anymore. That ball is out too. Fletcher Cox with the sack, forcing the fumble. One of the offensive linemen picks it up, but still tackled past the 50 at the New England 47, so they're totally out of field goal range. And now the Chiefs have it back at the 44. He's not back yet. Lauletta, is going to be sacked by Joey BOSA, his 5th of the day. Quiet second half for BOSA in comparison to the first half. Now 3rd and 7. Lauletta incomplete. New England has another opportunity to potentially tie or regain the lead. I don't think they've been up today, so I guess regain wouldn't make sense. But they won't even get the opportunity to tie or take the lead as Bryce Callahan picks it off with a nice return, too, to about the 28. So the Patriots are not looking good. Kansas City just has to be smart with the ball. They should be fine. As 1st and goal, why are they passing it? That makes no sense. They get sacked. That's better than an incompletion because now here, if it's an incompletion, New England gets an extra 40 seconds, and they are going to run it. And not only that, but Todd Gurley finds the touchdown. So, kids, that's why you run the ball in those scenarios. That's why you get a dependable running back in Gurley, who's probably my pick for the OFL MVP right now. And just like that, it's a 10-point game. New England is pretty much out of it, barring a miracle. And just end the suffering now. Goff going to get sacked on 1st down. A couple guys there, but it's Dante Fowler with the play. And then Eric Berry gets the interception. You might as well not even tease Patriots fans into thinking that they even have a chance. That's all she wrote. 24-14, Kansas City ends up getting the win, and they improve to 6-2. Tied for 1st in the conference. New England goes down to 3-5. They're not out of a playoff race, but it's been definitely a disappointment for them this season. Looking at the numbers, Goff nor Lauletta were super impressive. I think Goff was good. Lauletta, not really. He had a very overrated day. The numbers prove that he was decent, but I don't think Kyle Lauletta was that good, if I'm being fully honest. As here's a look at the rest of the numbers, and now let's take a look at the rest of the league, shall we? 23-13, it's the Colts over the Packers, and Indy, I want to say they're 6-2 as well. The Colts are playing some really good ball. Jack Jackson, the rookie quarterback, has been outstanding. And just like that, the Colts are legitimate contenders to go far this year. Niners beat the Dolphins 21-14. Once again, Lamar Jackson was not outstanding, but 2 touchdowns for Alex Collins, really proving to San Francisco that they don't need to go out and get another running back. Of course, Kareem Hunt is the starter, got hurt week 1 against New England, is done for the year. And there have been rumors about potentially Nick Chubb, but the Niners don't need Nick Chubb if Collins is going to play well. Lions beat the Eagles, and Detroit, after a slow start, is now, I want to say, 4-4, and only a game behind the Bears in the ONFC North. That looked like a Chicago cakewalk, but the Lions are back in it. Meanwhile, the Eagles go down to 5-4, 5-3 in the ballpark. They're still fine. Cardinals beat the Vikings. They need overtime to beat the Vikings, but they still do. Nonetheless, solid game from Arizona. They improved to 6-2, tied for 1st in the NFC. Bills blow the doors off of the Denver Broncos, 35-6. Denver is 6-2. So this ain't no slouch team. Buffalo beat a dominant Broncos squad, and you got to watch out for Buffalo. I think they're a team that I've personally slept on, and they got a chance to really make a playoff run. Excellent game from Jake Fromm, throwing 4 touchdowns. As the Ravens beat the Steelers, Baltimore did not play well the first half of last year, and they kicked it up in the second half. This year, they've been even worse in the first half. So maybe they got to get something grooving here, and this can be the start, led by a 3-touchdown game from Mariota. Bengals beat the Jets 28-21. Solid game from Dak Prescott and Jonathan Taylor. Bengals have a new coach in Rigoberto Ramirez, and his first game ends up being a victory against the now 1-7 New York Jets, I want to say. Yeah, not a great season in New York. Browns beat the Jaguars, another upset. Jacksonville goes down to 6-2, or are they 5-3? I'm not entirely sure. Rough game from Dwayne Haskins, who has been excellent this season, but does not play super well today. And Cleveland gets another win, and I think they have a chance of potentially trying to catch Cincinnati in that division. Chargers beat the Falcons 22-17. Not a crazy game, but the Chargers do what they got to do to get the victory. Next game we got here is the Saints and the Bucks. New Orleans wins it 13-10. Low-scoring one here in Tampa Bay as the Saints improve their win streak, and they're really competing at the top of that division with Carolina. And I expect one of those two teams to come out of the NFC North. It looked like it was going to be a 4-team battle, but the Falcons and Bucks aren't doing as well. Cowboys beat the Giants in Jerry's World 28-21 as Deshaun Watson with another great game. And outside of that debut against San Francisco, he's been really good since the Cowboys traded for him. And he has continued to really put them as a playoff contender. I think they're winning that division now. And then the final game, the Texans, no longer winless. They get their first win of the year, defeating a pretty good Titans team led by Russell Wilson, who has been sneaky good this year. And the Texans are now 1-7. Congratulations, no 0-16 for Houston. And this means nobody's going to go 0-16, as Houston was the last winless team. Here's a look at your Week 10 schedule. We got some pretty interesting games there, most notably San Francisco and Arizona. Wouldn't mind if we watch that game, wink, wink. Looking at the standings, a bunch of teams at the top here at 6-2. Going by division, Bengals looking good in the North. In the OAFC South, Indy a game ahead of Jacksonville and Tennessee. In the East, Dolphins are 1 game ahead of the Bills, 2 ahead of the Patriots. And then in the OAFC West, Chiefs and Broncos are tied for first. In the North, Lions are catching up quickly to the Bears. In the NFC South, Panthers are a game ahead of New Orleans. In the East, the Cowboys are half a game ahead of Philly. And then in the West, it's Arizona, a game ahead of San Francisco. Here's a look at the playoff seedings. Since I went through this too fast, I'm not going to bother and read it all, but here you go. Usually we have guys on the OFL Discord server who make a playoff preview. If you want to join the server, make sure to do so. We still have a few coaching spots left, and there are some good teams open. Jaguars, Chargers, Broncos, they're all good teams, and they're all available if you want to take them. Looking at your players of the week, they go to Andrew Luck, Darryl Roberts, Marcus Mariota, and of course, Joey Bosa. And now we can start looking at the yearly awards, the main ones being MVP and Coach of the Year, as Russell Wilson is the favorite for the most valuable player. And then the favorite for Coach of the Year is Zach Hobart of the 6-2 Colts. That'll do it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button and subscribe. Peace out.